Kira has a new ability, which allows him to place a bomb on someone. It's called Bites the Dust. And if this person he places a bomb on, this ability on, if they're to reveal anything, like for instance it says, you can't reveal anything about me, you try to say anything, you write it on paper, whatever, the bomb will go off, it'll kill the person that you're trying to tell, which automatically that would mean that you would go back in time. You would go back about 24 hours in time, and everything would be completely reset. And so with this being displayed, you're like, yo, time goes back when anyone finds out the truth about Kira, when he plants Bite the Dust on someone. That's pretty fucking broken, because he is manipulating time. And the crazy part about this, okay, is that the stand showed some very interesting traits about it throughout this episode. For one, when Rohan was using Heaven's Door and he was looking throughout the kid, and he was looking at, what was going on, the way the stand was able to see the future for what was about to happen before it even happened, very creepy. But on top of that, though, let's actually just look at how it travels back into the past, and Kira is kind of unaware of it, but also how this benefits him. I mean, as soon as he sees how everything is going on, it seems like the kid had something happen to him, and like someone died. Kira's gonna key in on this. He's gonna realize someone died, and somehow someone found out a secret 24 hours into the future, however long in the future, and he got reset. And this allows Kira enough time to be able to kind of, work a plan around this if for some reason Bite the Dust cannot handle it. So the ability that Kira has right now is just absolutely fucking broken. It is such an awesome ability, though. I mean, I love the design of the ability and how it beat Rohan, because not even Rohan himself, because of his personality and how he'll continue to read things on people, could be able to be safe from this ability. Because, I mean, you gotta look at it like this, okay? Rohan has probably one of the most OP abilities we've ever seen in JoJo. If he can get to you and he can read your stuff and read about you and all that and write in you, this man is just legit broken. He's probably one of the most broken characters in JoJo I have seen. But when Rohan cannot even go up against Kira because of his ability, it just goes to show you how crazy Kira is. I mean, this man's ability now can actually go against Rohan, which that's scary. And it makes you wonder, how do you fight someone that has an ability like this? I mean, if they can't figure out who he is because, he could plant this bomb on someone and then they can't say anything about it, it's just ridiculous. He can also bring back someone to life, too, because he resets their time. That's kind of what he did to the boy and how he came back to life even after he was dead. So this man, he actually kind of has the power to bring someone back, something that not even, Josuke can do, but also, he has the power to be very destructive. He can blow things up, completely opposite to what Josuke can do. So it's kind of like he tapped into a power that is similar to what Josuke can do, but he still has his destructive capability. So it makes Kira very powerful. He's a very powerful individual, and with this ability popping up, you see the stage for the final in-game battle of Kira versus, Josuke happening very soon. Because this right here, this ability, it's scary OP. And it makes you wonder, holy shit, if this ability can reset time constantly and all that and go back, I mean, how do you fight someone like this? I mean, how do you go up against someone that has an ability like that to reset time when you're going up against it? So I just mean, holy shit, Kira right now, I'm just really interested to see how Josuke and any of the other characters are going to be able to beat him. Now, let's get into the actual sad moment of this episode. Let's just talk about Rohan's death. That was a massive troll. That was a really massive troll with this episode, because I thought Kira died. Because, I mean, we know JoJo Bizarre Adventures has deaths. Characters die in parts. I mean, if Rohan would have died, it's not the first death we've seen in the series. Characters die every part. I mean, that's a given, okay? And so when I saw Rohan reading in on whatever, Kira did to the boy, and I saw, Rohan, he got shot, he had an explosion go through him, and he was about to explode completely with his body, I'm like, his character is going to go down like that. He's about to die just like that. And I got really sad. I'm like, holy shit, I mean, Rohan, he's kind of an asshole in some ways, but he's such a fascinating character, the way he just, interacts with all of our other main cast of characters. And I'm like, I don't want this character to die. He's so cool, he's so unique, he has such a, OP ability. I'd like to see more out of him throughout the series of JoJo. Not just part 4, but part 5, 6, or whatever. I'd love to see this character more. And when I saw that scene, I'm like, is this man about to be dead as fuck? Like, is he about to be GG, no coming back? I'm like, no! It's like, no, don't do this shit to me! And when he exploded, my heart just dropped. I'm like, no. This character just died like that, but everything reset, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? You just see what's going on with the boy again, how it's back early morning. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it took me a few moments to realize, wait a minute, is time repeating? So, Kira's ability, definitely OP because of what it can do, but also the troll this episode, that played with my heartstrings a little bit, because I thought Rohan died. I really thought he died for a moment when I was watching this episode, and I just saw the man explode. I'm like, shit, this man, just like, he got killed like that. I'm like, if that means anyone finds out about this ability, then they're gonna die like that. So that just shows you the power of this stand, and why Kira is so confident. I mean, in a way, you gotta think about it like this, okay? One of the big weaknesses that Kira had earlier on in JoJo Part 4 was that he was overconfident. We gotta remember that. That was one of the big things I talked about when I was talking about Kira's personality and how he meant as a villain. He was someone that thought he was invincible. He was someone that couldn't be touched, but then he was outsmarted thanks to Koichi, Josuke, and stuff like that, and that's kind of how he lost in the first place and why he had to change his face. And that's one trait of Kira that has been very consistent. He's someone that can get rather confident depending on how everything is laid out before him. He's very cautious, obviously. He's someone that wants a quiet and peaceful life, but he sometimes can get a little bit cocky. He's someone that could honestly throw it all away, and because he feels like he's too confident, like nobody can touch him, and I feel like that's going to be his downfall. He's going to get probably too confident, too comfortable, because he feels like his stand ability is so broken that nobody can touch him. And remember, I've already spent majority of this video saying he's broken, yes, but we also got to remember that I've talked about multiple times throughout Part 4 of JoJo, that there is stands constantly that pop up that seem rather stupid, something that doesn't seem to be relatively strong, given the circumstance, but are OP against certain individuals. I mean, look at this, okay? Star Platinum is an OP motherfucking stand, okay? That's a broken-ass stand. Zawaldo is a broken-ass stand, okay? But there is some stands that just seem very stupid, can easily counter these stand users, long-range stands. It can do really well. They easily demolish some of these stands. And so when you think about it like that, even though Kira at this time, he's very broken. I'm not even going to say he's not. There's probably a stand out there. Someone has a stand ability. Maybe one of our characters, maybe Koichi can do something. One of our characters have a stand ability that could possibly counter this man because of the traits of it. I mean, there has to be a weakness, and there always is a counter to a stand. There just has to be. I mean, we've seen many times throughout the journey of JoJo that usually stands, there is a weakness to him. Some type of stand could possibly counter you, and that's probably what's going to happen to Kira. He's going to get overconfident. He's someone that's going to feel like everything's fine, and then he's going to get outsmarted, and then everything is going to go against him and backfire, and that's probably going to lead to his downfall. Which that gets into the next thing. I wonder if the boy is going to live through this, because let's say, you know, everything is said and done and Kira dies. Will that bomb actually disappear from the kid? I mean, will, you know, bites the dust, you know, just completely disappear? Will it stay with him? Will it detonate? I'm very curious exactly how that would work if Kira was to, say, die. Would the boy be in jeopardy? Would he die, or would the bomb in him, like the stand, just disappear? I'm curious exactly how that would work for, you know, the bomb that, you know, Kira planted in him. But on top of that, though, it makes you wonder, will this kid survive to the end, and will the mother survive as well before Part 4 JoJo ends? Because, I mean, right now, their life hangs in the balance. I mean, right now, Kira, the way he's interacting with the boy knows, but he can't say anything. Even if he was to say something to his mother, obviously his mother would die too, and everything would be reset. And I don't think the boy wants to live through that, you know, having his mother die right in front of him because he tries to say something about his father, or his fake father, you know. Kira, you know, I don't think he wants to see that. So the boy's in a very big bind, and at his age, being who he is, and you gotta realize that this boy knows that someone died thanks to him. So overall, this boy's probably going through a lot of issues right now, and there's just not much he can do. He's been completely checkmated thanks to Kira, and Kira seems like everything is going well for him because nobody can really do anything. Which, next thing I want to talk about is a certain trait to Kira that really interests me. And the more I see these little traits of Kira, the more I get fascinated about his character. So when Kira gets really scared, like he's despairing, he bites his nails. That's his sign of fear. And we've seen in recent episodes there were signs of fear, like Josuke, his sign of fear, and other characters too, and all that. I like how the mangaka is showing these little traits to characters that don't seem to hold a lot of weight, but actually do in the long run, because you can appreciate the character a little bit more. You know, what makes a certain character scared, or how they react when they are scared. And seeing Kira biting his nails because he's nervous, he's in despair, I appreciate this little detail that was added into the episode. I mean, just seeing how this man was biting his nails down till he started bleeding and stuff, it proved how much despair he had, but also we know how precious Kira's nails are to him. He lets his nails grow out, and when he clips them and all that, because then, you know, he knows he can kill someone. We know about this little trait when it comes to his nails. It's just something that really drives him when it comes to him murdering people. And with him biting his nails, it goes against kind of some of the things that really make him who he is. And this shows, like, how different he is when he truly is cornered and he is scared. So I really got to compliment the writer on just displaying this type of trait to Kira's character. It's something very different from what we have seen, and just seeing a villain actually being afraid, like a very strong OP villain being afraid, it's something you don't normally get to see. I mean, yes, you see villains scared, want to run away, they turn their backs to the main character, whatever, but I mean, it's a rarity to see a character that's been such a strong character, someone that's very strong-willed, someone that has this atmosphere about them that shows that they won't turn around and run. Kira showing that side to him was something very unexpected, but I welcome it, because that's a side I want to see of many characters. I want to see the sides that we normally never get to see, sides that make them when they're very sad, sides when they're in despair, sides when they're very happy, you know, just things like that. It makes you appreciate characters more when you see stuff like that, and Kira doing that, I like him even more after this episode, not just because of his new stand abilities he got, but also the way he was displayed, the characterization he received throughout this episode. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, how'd you all feel about this week's episode of JoJo? How'd you all feel about the new stand ability and how the arrow was sentient and it started going after Kira on its own will? What the fuck was going on with that? Like, well, we need more explanation on that. But let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.